Are you ready?
Recording in progress.
Where'd my gavel go?
You got it?
I'd like to call this Town of Bayfield meeting to order for the regular town board meeting for Tuesday, February 17th, 2026. Roll call, please.
Trustee Nyberg.
Here.
Trustee Zazzaro.
Here.
Trustee Hartz. Trustee Moreland.
Here.
Trustee McLaurin.
Here.
And Mayor Ah.
Here. All rise for the pledge. Pledge allegiance. Does the board have any conflicts of interest?
No. Nope. No.
I do for 3A and 4A. Do we want to pick somebody to run that part of the meeting now? Because Alexis isn't here.
I can do it. It doesn't matter.
I'm looking for a,
I can do it. That's fine.
I'll make a motion for Brenna to run the meeting for 3A and 4A as substitute pro tem.
I'll second that.
got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Nyberg.
Yes.
Trustee Zazzaro.
Yes.
Trustee Moreland.
Yes.
Trustee McLaurin.
Yes.
And Mayor Ah.
Yes. Next up is general public input for any items not on the agenda.
Lucy Stewart, resident of Bayfield. I have a issue. I know the town has been over, Jeremy's crew's been over cleaning up the ditches and stuff in case we get a lot of rain. But the neighbors is a rental house next to me, and they're parking off of the street, off the road onto the lawn and stuff, and so there's not a ditch there anymore. So whatever these guys are doing on the very end on the two-story house, it's not gonna help any because these guys are parking there, and I've gone over and asked them, but it's like there's so many people living in that house that they just park all over. Sometimes there's 8 to 10 vehicles parked out there. And I don't know if I have to call Bayfield Marshal, go to the town manager. I don't know what that can be done out there, but it's kind of a dangerous spot right now.
Probably need
He's right. No, it's
to
not.
call town and talk to John. Or talk to him after the meeting's over.
Okay. All right, appreciate it.
Yep, no problem. Any other general public input? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on. Has the board had a chance to look at the agenda?
Yes. Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Nyberg.
Yes.
Trustee Zazzaro.
Yes.
Trustee Moreland.
Yes.
Trustee McLaurin.
Yes.
And Mayor Ah.
Yes. Next up is the Moravan grant presentations. First up is BEEP. Are we having them just come up and do their own presentations? And okay.
Nobody likes going first.
You're no pro at this. Come on.
Hi, everyone. I'm April Stewart, representing Bayfield's Early Education Programs, address 645 Fox Farm Circle. Thank you so very much for having me and for taking a peek at our grant proposal. So this year, we are, as you guys know, 30 years in our community. We are serving about 110 students currently. We are still operating 5 classrooms within a mixed age model. So right now we serve 3 to 5-year-olds in a preschool setting. We also have after school and summer camp. And as you know, we have been serving students of all abilities for a very long time. With that, currently we have this year we have 18 students that have an individualized education plan. And with that, we contract with BOCES to provide specialized services such as speech therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy, services for the deaf, and an early childhood special educator that is free of charge to families. So when students have an individualized education plan, we have some students that require one-to-one assistance from a trained, qualified staff, either for the entirety of their day or a portion of their day. So in the past, BOCES has always reimbursed us for those hours. So if you have 5 students and each one has 6 hours a day that require a paraprofessional with them, then that's 30 hours of time per day that they would reimburse. Typically, that ranged from about $28,000 to $32,000 a year in reimbursable funds. In 2024 school year, they came to us and said that that would be cut by 50%. And in this school year, that would be cut completely. I believe they are using those funds for in-house training and staff and things like that. So for us, that's a pretty significant, that's a significant hit for our budget. And as you guys know, we pride ourselves in our staff retention, the ability to provide a livable wage, and the ability to provide that within an early child care setting. So with that gap, we are humbly requesting $20,000 of that to fill that financial deficit. We are also in the process of getting very serious about our expansion. So we are staff scaffolding at this point, which means that next year I will actually hire more staff than we need in our current facility, but in order to train for the quality as we expand, so that when we do have that expansion complete, I will be able to have qualified staff within that space as well. So lots of moving parts. Thank you for your time and your consideration. Do you have any questions?
Thank you.
Questions?
Are you good?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Of course.
I just lost my spot. Next up is Operation Second Chance.
Good evening. I'm John Jarrett. I'm a retired Chief Master Sergeant from the Air Force with 25 years service, and I've been with Operation Second Chance since 2010. Our retreat program is all volunteers in several locations throughout the country. We've been doing this here since 2010. We have 3 kinds of retreats: single people, couples, and families. And we really like the Bayfield area and that little woodsy campground. We put people up there before, and then we take them up to La Platte's pond to fish. We travel around. We also support the American Legion. I'm the chaplain for the American Legion here in Bayfield, and I donate a survival kit or a first aid kit at every meeting to help draw people in out of my own funds, and this would help me. We bring our troops in. They have no cost from the time they leave their house till they get back to their house, wherever it is. Besides doing this local thing here, we also take them on the train, Bardi Wranglers, Mesa Verde, boating. Some people in Bayfield have donated boats down at Navajo. We try and show them a good time consistent with their injuries. They have to be 70% disabled, and most of them are combat veterans that have been wounded and are injured from their combat experiences. That's about what we do. And thank you very much, and I appreciate the honor of being here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
John, I have a quick question for
Sure.
you. Do you have a number in mind that you were looking for?
I don't even know what the number is available, whatever's fair.
Okay.
Because there's other good organizations too.
Yeah, I know. I've heard plenty about you from a lot of people, so.
Oh.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Any
Does
other
the
questions?
Board have any other questions?
No.
No, thank you,
Thank you.
John.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Blue Star Moms?
Good evening. My name is Jill Williams, and I represent Blue Star Moms of Durango. The majority, actually, of our membership are residents of Bayfield, and we have a business license through Bayfield. The reason we are here, first of all, someone recommended that we find out about this grant and then we pursue it. One of the projects that we are involved in is called Wreaths Across America. And what that does is in December, we are able to, based on the number of wreaths we're able to obtain money for, we place a wreath at every veteran's grave up at Greenmount Cemetery, and also, that's our goal, and also in La Plata County, including Bayfield Cemetery. So we had some wreaths, extra wreaths this year that we were able to send toward the Bayfield Cemetery. It is a big undertaking. There are combined at the two cemeteries, there's over 1,600 graves, and a wreath costs $17. Wreaths Across America offers a program where once we get our set year that we're working on covered, if there are extra funds left over, then we're able to participate in a buy one, get one free situation where we can start getting our wreaths covered for the following year. So that's our goal this year, is to get the cemeteries both covered and then to be able to take advantage of that program that they have for us. On a personal note, the Race Across America started in Maine. It was a young boy, a Boy Scout, who earned a prize, went to Arlington National Cemetery, and was just taken by all the graves, just the awe of the whole cemetery. And as he grew, he had a wreath, he still has a wreath-making business. And one particular year, they had an excess of wreaths, and they didn't want them to go to waste. So he just remembered back to his trip to Arlington, and he contacted the cemetery, and he said, I have these wreaths, can you use them? And they placed them on a section of the cemetery that was barely visited anymore just because of the age of the graves. Family members also have passed on. So that is where Wreaths Across America started. And I have visited the tree farm. I traveled with the group as every year they take wreaths and based on sponsorships. And of course, there's always enough to cover Arlington National Cemetery because that's where it started. And they take truckloads and truckloads and truckloads in a huge convoy from the state of Maine to Arlington National Cemetery, and over tens of thousands of volunteers come in to the cemetery that day and help distributing the wreaths. And it's just a way to honor and remember our veterans that have served for our country. I personally, my son is buried in Arlington National Cemetery, and this one particular year when I traveled with them, I was able to place the wreath on his grave, and it's something I will never forget. And it's an honor to me, it's an honor to my family, those of us that are still here. And that is a big purpose behind what we do, one of our programs. So.
Does the board have any questions?
I do, Jill. So where does this funding for these wreaths normally come from?
Well, we solicit.
Okay.
We have had different groups that have gifted us a $2,500 grant. We go door to door. We go,
Okay.
we personally sponsor wreaths. You can do 5, 10, 2 at a time. I mean, it takes a lot of effort
Now,
that way. And to have a jump start would be extremely helpful. Yes.
No, great, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Any other questions? Thank you, Jill.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. We really, really appreciate you hearing us. Thanks.
Thanks.
They requested 10,000.
Women's Resource Center.
They contacted Sarah and I, and we're not sure if they were going to be able to make it tonight. I'm not sure if they made it by Zoom. They knew they were going to try. Doesn't look like it. So they did give their presentation, if you remember, during when we did the NGOs for the Girls on the Run event. So I did review that, and they were asking for, and it's in your packet there, $2,000 to do the Girls on the Run event in Bayfield for Bayfield elementary kids.
Does the board have any questions, concerns, comments? Okay.
No, thank you.
We'll move on to the public hearing for El Bar J Ranch annexation.
Thank you. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and do the public hearing for the LJ Ranch annexation. Who do we want to start with?
Yep.
Do you want to start?
Hi.
Derek?
All right. Good evening. Derek Slocum, Town Planner. As you mentioned, this is the El Bar J Ranch annexation and initial zoning. A little bit of background is the El Bar J Ranch has submitted an annexation and initial rezoning application to the town of Bayfield for consideration. The application includes one parcel totaling 93.85 acres, located approximately 530 feet north and east of the intersection of Highway 160 and County Road 501, or north of the recent Bayfield Riverside annexation, there between the Pine River and CR 501. Notice of public hearing was published in the Durango Herald. The town received the certified mail receipts from the applicant for the notification of property owners within the 200 feet of the perimeter of the proposed development or annexation. There were some questions regarding service connection and a couple other questions from surrounding property owners. Staff addressed those questions. The Town of Bayfield Board of Trustees, you guys held a public hearing for the intent back in January 6th, 2026, and by a vote of 6-0, you guys approved a resolution 658, finding that there was substantial compliance and initiating the annexation proceedings for LRJ. All the required documentation was sent to the various agencies for comment, along with the required information being mailed to the Board of County Commissioners through registered mail pursuant to CRS 31-12-108.5. The notice of public hearing and legal description were posted in the Durango Herald, apparently that's a tongue twister for me, on January 11th, 18th, 25th, and February 1st pursuant to CRS 31-12-108.2. The Town of Bayfield Planning Commission heard the annexation and initial rezone request at their February 10th, 2026 meeting, and they voted 5-0 to approve the annexation and rezone, following the findings and conditions as stated in their staff report, which is the same that is stated in this staff report. As mentioned, the annexation and initial zoning, the applicant's proposal to annex the property into the Town of Bayfield, and the zoning that they are requesting is agriculture, A. The Colorado Revised Statutes Review, they're at the bottom of page 22 of your packet, goes all the way to page 5. So those are the requirements, and those are also, along with those, the staff comments to each of those requirements. The property proposing to zone A agriculture, the zoning designation is appropriate for the existing uses currently on site and is mostly consistent with the comprehensive plan designation of low-density residential. The referral agencies were sent all the information in the application And their comments and concerns. We've got, did I attach it to this report? Anyways, we did get some comments from the Colorado Geological Survey and SGM. For the geological survey, they pretty much just noted the soils that were in the area, and SGM had a few corrections that need to be made on the annexation plat, which will be addressed. Any additional development on this property will be subject to all provisions of the Town of Bayfield Land Use Code, including any site plan and use by review procedures. The Planning Commission and staff does recommend approval of the attached ordinance for the Elbar J Ranch annexation and initial zoning with the findings and conditions as stated in the ordinance. Page 25, you will see the possible motions that staff has prepared for the Board of Trustees. And at this moment, I can take and try to answer any questions, and the applicants are here as well.
I do have one question. If there are unpermitted structures on the property, does that affect the annexation at all, or is that something we consider at this time?
That is.
But they're unpermitted via
The county,
not-
yeah.
not
That does not
necessarily
affect,
us.
that does not affect the annexation, and the applicant can address that
Perfect.
as well.
Paul Black, 311 County Road 501, and my wife, Cree Black. Thank you, trustees, for being here and listening to us through this process. I'd also just like to point out your guys' staff and working with Derek. I know he's brand new to this. There's a lot of stuff going on in the area, a lot of annexations and different things, projects going on. He did a phenomenal job. He was very diligent. We went through a lot of this stuff with him. And I'll just address some of the building stuff. So I do believe you guys have some documents that didn't come from the county. They are county documents. And it has to do with our land use violations and building violations. So it's been a long process through us with the county. We did stuff back in 2012 for our permit for the venue. And then also more recent stuff. It's a lot of in-depth things there, but it also educated us very much so in land use processes and everything like that. And that's kind of why we're here with you guys today. We were very adamant about getting everything finalized with the county before we came to the town of Bayfield. So the document you have, I think it was dated back in 2024. That was part of a process with the county that we had. It's
wildly outdated.
Yeah, it's-
Everything on it has been addressed. We have 2 years' worth of correspondence, including an email from Lynn Hyde, the Community Development Director, stating that the code enforcement cases have been closed out on your property. There are no outstanding items from Community Development Department. And that was from September of last year, so.
And that was kind of a big point for us. I mean, that's a whole nother story if we ever want to get into that process. But it is also kind of why it's moved us into this area as the town. It kind of solves a few issues with us, is every time we wanted to do something with our property, we always had to do county and town. So now we will just be getting to deal with you guys. And it's definitely been a better process that we felt here. Like I said, staff, I know this is a new thing. The ag zone is a new thing. The staff was due diligent. We had conversations about this, talked about this. We didn't want to impact the town in any negative type of a way. When we talk about the services, that's normally why you'd want to annex into a town, is to get the water and sewer. And back in our previous venue process in 2012, we did analyze that with the town of Bayfield and realized that the amount of infrastructure that would have to be put in to service the ranch is actually like a net negative on the town, with just minimal services. So we kind of want to just take care of that ourselves. We have wells on our property and everything else we need. We'll take care of our own roads. We just want to be a part of the town. With that, we know we'll be paying higher taxes. We'll be paying more mills, and that'll be going to the town's services that you guys provide. Also with that, we've talked about different sales tax. The Planning Commission talked about that. With our venue, it's a service, so a wedding and stuff like that is not taxed because it's a service. But when we do like our locals nights or a concert, any kind of ticket sales, those are taxed, and those will be coming into the town as a revenue stream. of course, our Airbnb that goes along with our venue. If we ever get a lodger tax here in the town of Bayfield, that'll also be contributing to it, so.
We tried.
Yeah, yes, you did. So yes, and we, like I said, we sat down with staff, we went through the annexation agreement, really looked at that for the ag aspect of it. I feel like it's a great document, and we do appreciate the staff and everything they did do. They did do their due diligence, they did a great job, asked a lot of questions. I think you'd have a different recommendation if we had a whole outstanding batch of stuff. So, I don't know if there's any other questions?
Anybody?
No, Brenna asked, I just wanted clarification on what
Yes.
this 2024 document is, and it seems that you have something from 25 saying that it's all clear.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Which is most likely why staff is saying we recommend this and why the planning commission is recommending this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Awesome. Well, thank you,
Appreciate
guys.
it. Thank you. Thank you. Yep.
Does the public have any questions or comments that they would like to make? Anyone on Zoom? All right, well, we've got nothing further. I'll close this public hearing and we will move to 4A, El Bar J Ranch Annexation, Action Item and Ordinance Number 516. I think we already know that this is in regards to. Do you guys have any questions or comments you'd like to make?
No?
I'll be looking for a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the El Bar J Ranch annexation and initial zoning request with the following findings and conditions. Findings, you didn't number and letter them. Do I have to read them out? Findings, the annexation and initial zoning proposal as submitted is consistent with the intent of the comprehensive plan. The annexation and initial zoning proposal as submitted is consistent with the intent of the Land Use Code and the Municipal Annexation Act of 1965 and the Colorado Revised Statutes, Section 31-12 criteria, and the conditions. Future submittals shall be consistent with the Planning Commission and Board of Trustees approved annexation ordinance, plat, and agreement. And prior to this second review by the town trustees, the applicant shall enter into an annexation agreement with the town of Bayfield.
I'll second that.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Excuse me, Trustee Nyberg,
Yes.
Trustee Cesaro,
Yes.
Trustee McLaurin,
Yes.
and Acting Mayor Pro Tem Moreland.
Yes. All righty. Somebody wants to invite Mayor back in? That was pretty easy.
Good content.
So we're on consent
Consent
agenda?
agenda, yes.
Okay, just checking. Oops. Next up is the consent agenda. Does the board have anything they would like to pull from the consent agenda?
No.
I'm looking for a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Is there any public comment? Roll call, please.
Trustee Nyberg,
Yes.
Trustee Cesaro,
Yes.
Trustee Moreland,
Yes.
Trustee McLaurin,
Yes.
and Mayor Ah.
Yes. Next up is the action agenda. First up is resolution number 665, the 2026 election.
So I referenced this a little bit last meeting. I was waiting on a deadline, and that deadline was the statutory requirement for write-in candidates, and that is adopted in our town code. So that has come and gone, and we had 4 seats open and 4 candidates. So we filled those seats. We did have a candidate volunteer for the 2-year term. So we're very gracious about that. It does save the town upwards of about $10,000 to not run an election. So I just felt like I should point that out. I will dip into that fund a little bit should you approve this, because I need to publicly post that in the Durango Herald. So you see before you the candidate that did take the 2-year terms. We didn't have to run an election just for the terms. As per town code, if there's a vacancy, it comes up in the next general election, the person appointed. So before you use a resolution canceling the 2026 election and declaring the 4 candidates elected.
To everyone, you're welcome. I didn't run and saved you $10,000.
Sorry, I forgot to give your
I don't know if I want to
kudos
say you're
too.
welcome, because having somebody experienced is always a good thing.
It is.
Hey, there's always a 2028.
I think it's worth 10 grand for experienced people.
Does the board have any questions for Dustin?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve Resolution 665.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Any public input?
Can we just ask who the people are that are going to be appointed?
Wait, I didn't hear your question all the way. Sorry.
She wants to know who's appointed.
I was just wondering if we could know who the new Board of Trustees appointees
On the
are.
resolution, it's Todd Lyon, Lavinia Taylor, Andrew Trujillo. It only has 3 listed. Oh, and Jeremiah Alkerman.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So where's the 3rd and 4th?
Any other public comment? Roll call, please.
Trustee Nyberg,
Yes.
Trustee Zazzaro,
Yes.
Trustee Moreland.
Yes.
Trustee McLaurin.
Yes.
And Mayor Ah.
Yes.
Congratulations, candidates.
Yay.
Next up is the Moravan grant allocation.
So this one I knew was going to be tough. There's a lot of competing interests, a lot of great organizations. I do have written down the amounts requested. As you know, you had a round of 4 2 meetings ago, so now we're up to 8. And some of their requests did vary. So I know this is a tough decision.
Do we need to time out since Zoom is fritzing?
Where's it written down? Well, that doesn't help.
Yes.
Let me come take a picture of it. Can I take a picture of
Zoom down.
it, Dustin?
What?
Can I take a picture of it?
So you got to listen to all the 8, how much they want.
This?
Yes. That's the request.
Thanks.
Internet went out.
Let me check my personal mail real quick. They always send me a fast email when it's down.
We've got to work with 50,000?
40,
40.
right?
What's the,
So give me 1 sec, guys, and we get Zoom back on.
Yeah, let's make sure this is back up before we
Yeah.
continue to be compliant.
It is saying no internet access at the moment.
Oh, I'm having a problem getting on the internet too, actually, on my computer.
I blame Jeremy.
probably the wind.
Right?
Put the line with the backhoe.
We're not responsible for weather actions, are we? We can continue? Okay. So we're going to continue. I don't know what that's doing, but with the weather going on and the wind blowing, doesn't surprise me, I guess.
Marie can keep working on it, and we'll go over
Just maybe make a note in the meeting minutes that at 7 o'clock precisely, the town lost internet service, which made us unable to continue with hybrid or remote viewing.
And I did the bottom.
Okay.
So you were rudely interrupted by the wind, I presume?
All right. So $2,500 of that is going into the utility relief fund. So there is $47,500 to divvy out
Hold on.
amongst the 8 organizations.
2,500 is going to utility relief.
Yes, per the budget that was
Okay.
adopted.
Recording in progress.
Video.
Yeah.
So just so our online folks know, we did lose internet. And we're back. Okay, so just to repeat that for the online audience, out of that 50,000, 2,500 went into the utility relief fund per the budget for LEAP eligible individuals out there. So that leaves $47,500 to divvy out between the 8 organizations that have requested money for the grant.
So since we all don't have the privilege of looking at your notebook,
Okay.
will you review for us
Yes, of
those who
course.
are not here tonight, what their names were and what their requests were?
So Pine River Shares requested $6,500 to $13,000. Community Treehouse requested $8,000 to $10,000. B. Frank requested $10,000. The Humanities Roundtable requested $3,000. Beep requested $20,000. Mr. Jarrett, Operation Second Chance, said whatever's fair. Blue Star Moms, in their initial package, they requested $10,000. And the Women's Resource Center was $2,000.
Because I was not typing as quickly as you were talking.
Yeah.
The second group, so we had Pine River Shares, 6,500 to 13,000. What was
Yes.
the second group?
Community Treehouse.
Community Tree House. And they requested 8 to 10K.
Yes.
Next was
B. Frank or
Thank
Stillwater
you.
Music, yeah.
And then what was the 3,000?
The Humanities Roundtable
Okay, that's
for the
right.
historical speakers.
Thank you. And I have all the rest.
We're adding up numbers.
Yeah, we're all playing.
I know, it's like we're all doing
calculator and
math.
Stuff right at the moment, in case the audience is wondering what we're doing.
So we're starting with 47,500.
I got a calculator out too. Try to help.
So I just want to start by saying they're all worthy of of this grant. So I don't think any of these organizations are not worthy. I do know that when I was reading my packet on the Blue Star Moms, if there's $17 per wreath, and I think there was something like 300 something wreaths in Bayfield, it did not equal 10 grand. It was like more like 6,400 or something like that. And I think if we consider that, we should consider that dollar amount versus a 10.
Just to let you know, we're right under 400 veterans in the cemetery in Bayfield. Just under 400. There's 1,600 total between Greenmount and Bayfield.
She said there's 380 in Bayfield.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
There's,
So when I did the,
I'm gonna say, there's been more burials for veterans since they got that number. So
Okay.
we are
Gotcha.
literally just right under 400 right now.
Thank you.
And just to let you know, not one time since they've been doing Wreaths Across America have there been enough for all of the veterans here in Bayfield.
well, that's my goal, is
Yeah.
just to at least be able to help. all
Yeah,
the
so if you
veterans
could do
in
that,
Bayfield.
that would be phenomenal.
So that's 6,800, just so you guys know the dollar amount.
Yes.
Yep,
68.
got it. So I made myself a very quick spreadsheet, and I was looking at the minimum amounts that everyone asked for. And then I plugged in, since Operation Second Chance didn't have anything in there, I plugged in $2,000. That was the smallest amount requested, which was from the Women's Resource Center. So that could be flexible, and that comes to 58,300, and we have 47,500. So now I'm looking at where can we make some deductions to equal 47,500. The largest request was from Beep for $20,000. Second largest request was from B. Frank for $10,000.
Didn't B. Frank start at a lower amount?
Yeah.
He started out asking for 3,000.
3,000? Okay.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say to me, I love the arts. I mean, I go
Yeah.
to the symphony, I do all kinds of stuff like that, but, I wanna look at need-based first, and I
Yeah.
think that has less needs
Okay.
than some of the others.
Okay.
Because you're talking like Pine River Shares, that's food in our community. The Tree House, I would say probably is on the same level as Be Frank, maybe a little bit more just because childcare is hard to find around here. And they do actually have like a mom that'll sit in the room while the other ones will go and do their work.
Okay.
Beep's pretty important.
Beep is, to me, probably the number one most important one out of there because of the fact that people will not be able to work if they can't have their kids in childcare. Plus the deficit we already have in childcare. So I would think a higher dollar amount for them would be
Okay.
doable.
So when I bump Be Frank in my spreadsheet down to 3,000, we're at 51,300.
I don't know, I kind of disagree with the Be Frank. I think it's very good for the community. I would Be Frank, they're all kid-friendly. Those are my two big votes. The veterans, of course, as well.
I think a little more than 3,000 would be doable for Be Frank.
Okay.
Maybe 5.
I would do 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
May I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
Phyllis Ludwig, 9205 County Road 521. We didn't question what they charge for the BEEP students, and that is quite an amount. When my grandchildren were going there, it was $1,400 a month per child. So you might take that into consideration. I don't know if that's changed since then, because that's been a number of years, but we need to consider how much they take in on their own. Thank you.
Thank you.
I know they also give scholarships too.
Yes, this is probably partially in the scholarship range.
That and the
of-
para to help with the IEPs.
Right.
So, yeah.
Mayor, we have someone on Zoom.
Yeah.
Oh, Kristen?
Yes, Kristen, I just had a comment
Address.
because of the comments that are being
Address.
made. I used to go to the community tree house, and I was never able to participate in parent work time. They can't actually watch your kids. They are not considered childcare. They are more of a hangout space. And my children were never accepted at the community tree house because they were special needs. Beep, on the other hand, was able to help my children because of the paraprofessionals that were able to go there. And that was something that I could not cover on my own either because United Healthcare denies all of the costs for a one-on-one aid in a child care setting. So I just wanted to bring that to the forefront. And also there's some confusion in the community right now on whether or not Pine River Shares and the Community Treehouse are one entity called the Pine River Community Resource Center. So I don't know if we should be giving two separate donations when it seems like they are forming one entity. Thank you so much.
So I have personal knowledge on that. The combination of what they're doing is trying to purchase the property, and they're creating an entity to purchase the property that is combined, but they're still two separate nonprofit organizations. They would just be creating a new entity that is owned by both organizations in order to purchase that property. Now, whether that actually happens or not is a whole nother story. Just, they have to raise funds and, you know, be able to win the bid and all that jazz. So, and then to your point, Kristen, about special needs, just so you're aware, Nicole did a presentation at my Rotary a couple weeks ago, and they are doing a special needs class. So just FYI, you may actually be able to take your kids there and get some benefits from them. But I do agree that I think BEEP has a bigger role in the needs of our children in the community, just because, like I said, you can't work if you've got no place to take your kids. And yes, childcare is super expensive, but they do have some scholarships for their kids.
Did have a further comment because of your comments. The PIE group is a group that I'm a part of, a special needs group that was not allowed to go to the treehouse any longer, so that's exactly why I don't go to the treehouse any longer. And also the meeting tonight with Bayfield School District did approve the building by Pine River Shares.
All right, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's still level-wise. I think I'm still thinking the same thing, and it's not much different than the comment from Kristen, because I would place more value or more funds to BEEP.
They are asking for the most amount of
They are.
funds as well. So everyone else, 2,000, 6,800, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. Community Treehouse, I bumped them down to 7,000. Primary share 6,500, and then that leaves BEEP at 20,000. So they do have the largest ask of everyone, and we did want to ensure that we were providing an equal or not equal, but a distribution
Right.
of funds to the most.
Right.
So,
Maybe you
So
could
what
just
did
do
you,
10.
So
what
where
did
you
you
at?
adjust on?
I am still
I know you did the
at,
5 on Be Frank. What did you put on your numbers with Treehouse?
I took them down by $1,000, so I'm at 52,300
And she's talking total. Yeah.
total. So we need to be at 47,500.
I would take the difference from BEEP.
Okay. That's how I was feeling
Because,
too,
yeah, I mean, I
but
wanna
I
be
just
fair
wanted
to
to
all the
make
other
sure we all
organizations,
felt
yeah.
that way.
I mean, they get a larger chunk regardless, but
yeah.
what does that end up making it for?
So if I take them down by $4,800, that gives us where we need to be. And
Okay.
that takes them to 15,200.
So will you read out what you have?
Okay, so I have Pine River Shares 6,500, Community Treehouse 7,000, Be Frank 5,000, the Humanities Roundtable 3,000, BEEP 15,200, Operation Second Chance 2,000, Blue Star Moms 6,800, and the Women's Resource Center 2,000.
I like it.
Why
Someone-
don't you take the 200 from BEEP and make that an even amount and give it to the other one that was,
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what you were saying.
You want to make Blue Star Moms an even 7,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
and then BEEP would be an even amount too.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
do that.
I'm
That's
fine with that. Okay. Okay, so
That's a lot cleaner that way.
I like it.
okay.
Do we need a motion?
You want to make the motion since
I
you have the
think so.
number?
Fine.
She's got it written down.
Okay. Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to, what am I doing? To distribute the Moravan grant allocation to our 8 applicants as follows. Pine River Shares, $6,500. The Community Treehouse, $7,000. B. Frank, $5,000. The Humanities Roundtable, $3,000. BEEP, $15,000. Operation Second Chance, $2,000. Blue Star Moms, $7,000. And the Women's Resource Center, $2,000. All of this knowing that we are holding $2,500 for the LEAP utilities. So in actuality, there are 9 distributions.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Any public input? Roll call, please.
Trustee Nyberg?
Yes.
Trustee Zazzaro?
Yes.
Trustee Moreland?
Yes.
Trustee McLaurin?
Yes.
And Mayor Ah.
Yes.
Dustin, I'll email this to you as well.
Next up is the trustee appointment. Consideration for Todd Lyon.
So with the board's direction, I did reach out to all 4 of the candidates that did turn in packets. And Mr. Lyon came back and said he was very interested to get started early and to be eligible for appointment to take the vacated seat by Trustee Katsas. His letter of interest is also included in your packet.
Since he's the only one, that makes it easy. I'm good. He's going to be on the board anyways, so why not get him started?
I agree.
I agree.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the appointment of Todd Lyons to the trustee position that was vacated by Kat Katsas.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Any public input? Roll call, please.
Trustee Nyberg?
Yes.
Trustee Zazzaro?
Yes.
Trustee Moreland?
Yes.
Trustee McLaurin?
Yes.
And Mayor Ah.
Yes. Congratulations, sir.
Congrats.
Come on up.
In for a penny, in for a penny.
He just wanted off the planning commission that day.
You just wanted off the planning commission.
Where am I putting? Up here? Yep.
All right. I, Todd Lyon, do solemnly swear
I, Todd Lyon, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
and the ordinances of the Town of Bayfield, Colorado,
and the ordinances of the Town of Bayfield, Colorado,
that I will bear faith and diligence
that I will bear faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservations
without any mental reservations
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully perform
and that I will well and faithfully perform
the duties of the office to which I have been elected,
the duties of the office to which I have been elected,
which is Board of Trustees.
Board of Trustees.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Take your seat at the table.
Welcome aboard.
Act like I know what I'm doing.
Yay.
Good luck with
We
that.
all do it.
Yeah, that's what we all do.
I do know what I'm doing. Speak for yourself.
You don't act like you know what you're doing?
I don't have to act.
Next up is department reports. Are you done making noise now?
Yeah.
Okay. Interim Chief of Police report.
All right, good evening, Mayor Off, members of the board. January report, kind of a transition month for us, and not directly in my report here, but our team has been phenomenal through the transition and including the staff through every other department in assisting us during this time. So just wanted to say I appreciate everybody in that. January, we did start the stone security build, so we did assist some with that. And let's see, we're working on some of our interim supervision within our department, as well as how that's going to look moving forward. And we were able to purchase the animal control vehicle that was discussed in prior meetings. That's still getting finalized. There's a few things that still need to be fixed on it. But we did get that vehicle. On top of that, we were able to, from the Humane Society, also get some used in-car radios, which we had budgeted for one purchase, and we were able to get 3 of the used ones for that same budget. So that was helpful for us. And see, I have some of our, in the packet there, some comps with some of our calls for service in January 25 and 26. As far as trainings, we didn't have any scheduled trainings within the department for January, but we do have quite a few of those scheduled and coming up for officers. And we did receive some public recognition for a couple of our officers, Officer Moreland, Officer Gallegos. We got some letters to the department basically thanking them for their care and professionalism on some traffic stops. And as I told our officers, it's, I appreciate their professionalism, but it's surely nice when the public can recognize that and take time to present that to them as well. And then Officer Moreland was also recognized by staff for his continued willingness to assist in just the day-to-day goings-on above and beyond his daily responsibilities. And that was the first time that I had been approached by other staff members that wanted to make sure that that was recognized. So,
Nice.
Excellent.
Questions or anything for me?
No?
Great job.
Thank you.
Any
Awesome.
questions from the board?
Thank you.
Thank you. HR?
Good evening, good evening. Welcome to see a new face on the board. Congrats. I'll be in touch with you. I've got your Surface over here, and we also have a new email for you, so I'll get that with you later. All right, so just a couple things I wanted to address for the director report. One of the 2 big ones is that Department of Revenue, they want their money, so they let us know that we owe them almost $6,000 for our 2022 W-2s withholding. So there was a discrepancy about what we paid and what was actually on our W-2s, but Kathy and I, we figured it out. I sent the information in, and we are all good. We do not owe them any money. So that is great news. I'm also posted for the Chief of Police back end of January. We have had 8 applicants. So it started off a little strong. It went like nothing, and we got 3 today, because today is kind of the first deadline for us to review candidates. We'll keep it open until we find somebody, but we will meet tomorrow and figure out what we want to do, the process moving forward.
Have any of them been qualified?
Yes.
Okay,
So, yeah.
getting applicants and getting qualified applicants?
Yeah, right.
2 different things.
There's a mix.
Well, it's
So-
usually, but I just want to make sure there was
Yeah.
at least some qualified.
There are a lot of local, actually, applicants, so, yeah. And then the last one is, we finally got a hold of Upper Pine, and we set at 8 for our first aid CPR AED training. So that's March 5th, so I'll have to corral the staff and see who is going to sign up, but we got that date, so I'm excited about that. Any questions?
I do have one question on the withholding that was done in 2022.
Sure.
That didn't affect any employees on W-2s and wage withholding. It was just the discrepancy on what we said we should do versus what we did do?
Correct.
Okay. I just want
Yep.
to make sure it didn't affect any employees.
Yep.
Any other questions?
All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Public Works?
Good evening, Mayor, trustees. Congratulations, Trustee Lyons, going from commissioner to trustee, moving up. So I did prepare a January staff report. I wasn't able to get the water production numbers in. We've had quite a few people in and out with the flu. So it's been a revolving door in Public Works, but we still have one out, so hopefully we'll be fully staffed. And report, we had a water leak over at Pine River Shares. That's at 658 South Street that we fixed. This is the third time we've been in there and fixed this line. So we're really looking at replacing it all the way out to the street once we get into the spring, fall construction season. C&L Lining, we awarded the lining contract. They should be out here this week or the next to finalize some measurements, and then hopefully that work will be done in April. Crack seals out to bid. Bid opening to be March 4th. Substantial completion for that's July. So hopefully we can get started on that a little bit earlier in the spring. We got the other sander put back together. Now we just need some snow. So cross your fingers. Yeah, I know we got our 20% this morning, I guess. But other than that, yeah, it's been pretty quiet. We finished our valve maintenance in January, which is odd. Usually we don't start that till April. But with the winter, we're just starting on some of our annual maintenance. And answer any questions if you guys had questions.
Questions?
Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Board reports and requests for future agenda items. I was at Planning Commission last week. We approved LBRJ annexation. Did you get approved tonight? And then the other thing that was discussed at Planning Commission was the, I forget, the Ironton annexation, what they plan on doing there. Planning Commission sent him back to work on a couple of things, and he'll be coming back in March. That's all that I have. Trustee Hartz isn't here. Trustee Cesaro.
So on Thursday, I will be at Southwest Rocks, and I was asked to present the award for outstanding organizations that represent the heart of Bayfield and the Pine River Valley. So really excited that they expanded the Durango Rocks to Southwest Rocks and have an inaugural Spirit of Bayfield Award. So not allowed to share anything now, but Thursday night, it will all be known. And then I'll bring that information, I'll make sure it gets passed on, since I will not be at the first meeting in March, since I will be in Denver at a training that week. And that's all I have. Oh, I do have a question, actually. The sign for Mill Street that is now behind the fence, I look at that every time I'm driving home, and I'm wondering if it could be raised. You'll notice it, is there a plan?
So we do have two new signs. If you notice the one that's over on 516.
That's what made me think of it, because that one looks great, and I was like, that one is hidden
We have
now.
the signs at the shop, so we're ordering taller poles. They have those CDOT breakaway poles.
Nice.
What we need to do is just extend that, and we'll get those. We have front and back. So kind of be like a sandwich. We couldn't afford a double-sided sign, so we got two. But they'll be front and back, and we want to raise that. We don't want to stick them back behind that gate.
No, wonderful.
So
I'm
once
so
we get
glad.
some poles in, we'll be putting those up, and it'll be the new branding.
Nope, thank you for, I just keep forgetting to ask about it. That's it, thank you.
Trustee McLaurin.
Nothing to report.
Trustee Moreland.
Okay, so I attended the Alliance meeting, the La Plata Economic Development Alliance, and we talked about median sales prices. And so the in-town homes in Bayfield, the sales prices were in 2024, they were at 515,000, and they went up to 522,500 in 2025. So we had a little bit of a change. We went up slightly, which is only about 1.5%. Country homes, Bayfield Country Homes went up $2,600 from 538,900 to 541,500. So I thought that was kind of a interesting little fact. State of Colorado is kind of middle of the United States when it comes to unemployment. We're between 3.8% and 4.2%. So we're trending okay on the unemployment range of things. Another really cool thing that happened is, and I don't know how many of you guys are aware of this, but the La Plata Economic Development Alliance was able to get a grant for a childcare center for infants. It's a $2 million grant. They're hoping to partner with BEEP on this project as like an oversight for that organization, and they're thinking of building it in Pine River Commons. So there's a spot over there for that piece, which I think is really cool. And then an update on the airport. They are going to be adding a Steamworks in the airport. They're on schedule for the remaining things that they have done. I mean, they've been remodeling the whole place. And it sounds like there might be another restaurant on top of Steamworks as well. So we're getting big town with that airport. Anyways, that's all I have for the Economic Alliance. The RHA, we are not meeting until March. And then I did have a question on, or what was it? It was something I asked to add last time to talk about. I can't remember. I need to think about it. Go ahead and move on. Can't think of what it was.
Trustee Nyberg,
Nothing at this time?
do you have anything to add?
No, I'm good.
Okay, I didn't think so. You got one more chance.
I can't.
Sorry, pressure's on.
That's something I wanted to add to the agenda, and it's not on there yet, so, but I can't remember what it was. I thought about it earlier. I'll think about it next time.
Okay, well, when you walk out the door and remember, let us know.
Or I can't sleep tonight,
Yeah.
Call us.
Upcoming dates of interest is a trustee meeting on March 3rd and planning commission on March 10th. And with that, I'll adjourn this meeting at 7:36.
Sweet.